Hello my motor enthusiasts. The 2024 Formula 1 season is turning out to be a thriller with a real dogfight at the top. You're tuned into F1 Motor Fever podcast.
Indeed, Enzo. It's been quite the spectacle. Max Verstappen and Red Bull looked unbeatable early on, but the tides seem to be turning, don't they?
Absolutely, William. With 10 races to go, the championship is far from decided. Lando Norris is breathing down Verstappen's neck, making every point crucial.
Norris grabbed his first win in Miami, right? That must have shaken things up a bit.
It did, and it's not just Norris. We've seen 6 different drivers on the top step this season. The competition is fiercer than ever.
Speaking of competition, Charles Leclerc and Ferrari are also in the mix, despite some struggles. How crucial will the upcoming races be for him?
Extremely crucial, William. Ferrari's hoping new parts post-summer break will boost their chances. Leclerc needs all the help he can get to keep up.
And what about the young gun, Oscar Piastri? He's been turning heads lately.
Oh, he certainly has. Piastri's recent victory in Hungary and a strong showing in Belgium have put him right in the discussion. He's showing he can compete at the sharp end.
It's shaping up to be one of the most open seasons in years, then. Can't wait to dive deeper into this.
Hey everyone. You already know me, this is Enzo.
And this is William, at your service.
You're joined by William today, as we dive into another thrilling discussion on F1 Motor Fever podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated with all our latest episodes. Let's put the pedal to the metal. As the season progresses, it's clear that Max Verstappen's dominance with Red Bull is under serious threat. There's a pack of drivers showing they're not just here to make up the numbers.
Indeed, the competition has really heated up. Lando Norris, for instance, has emerged as a significant threat. His performance, especially with that debut win in Miami, has been remarkable, hasn't it?
Absolutely, and it's not just his victory that's caught the eye. Despite being 78 points behind Verstappen, his overall form has been commendable. It'll be intriguing to see how he fares after the summer reset.
True, a reset might be just what he needs to sharpen his focus. Moving on to Charles Leclerc, his journey this season has been like a roller coaster. Securing pole at the last event in Belgium says a lot about his resilience, doesn't it?
It really does. Ferrari has had their ups and downs, but Leclerc's skill in navigating through these challenges has kept him in the hunt. Being 100 points away from the lead might seem daunting, but his determination could narrow that gap.
With 10 races left, it's all to play for. This season's unpredictability could turn any race weekend into a headline-making event.
Absolutely, and that's the beauty of Formula 1, isn't it? Each race can completely turn the tables. Let's keep an eye on how this thrilling championship battle unfolds as we go full throttle into the second half of the season. Speaking of comebacks, Ferrari's Charles Leclerc is quite optimistic about the second half of the season. He's pushing for upgrades to boost their chances of winning again. It's clear he's not giving up without a fight.
Absolutely, and it's that kind of determination that can make a huge difference. Shifting gears to McLaren, Oscar Piastri is another driver turning heads this season. Just 10 points shy of Leclerc and with 4 podium finishes including a win in Hungary, his trajectory looks promising.
It's interesting to see how the dynamics within McLaren might evolve. Piastri's recent form could indeed put the team in a dilemma on whether to back him or Norris as their main contender against Verstappen.
Yes, it's a tricky situation, but a good problem to have, I suppose. Now, about Carlos Sainz, he's had quite a tumultuous year. Despite losing his seat at Ferrari for next year and battling health issues, his comeback victory in Australia was nothing short of spectacular.
Indeed, that victory was a testament to Sainz's resilience. Although his 115 points behind Verstappen and his chances of catching up might be slim, his determination to finish strong for Ferrari is commendable.
Every point and position will matter as the season progresses. It's not just about the top spots, it's about ending on a high note, setting the stage for the next chapter in their careers.
As we look ahead, the second half of the season promises to be as unpredictable as it is exciting. Let's keep a close watch on how these strategies and personal ambitions unfold on the track. Moving on to Lewis Hamilton, his season has dramatically improved after a rather slow start. It's fascinating to see him bounce back, securing wins in Great Britain and Belgium. His experience and knack for making a comeback could really shake things up in the top rankings.
Absolutely, and with Hamilton moving to Ferrari next season, his current form could be a glimpse of what's to come. It's this tenacity that makes him such a formidable competitor. He stands on 150 points currently, and it's clear he's not settling for anything less than the top.
On another note, Sergio Perez has had a contrasting season. Despite a strong start, recent races haven't been kind to him. His 7th place standing with a 146-point gap to Verstappen shows just how quickly fortunes can change in Formula One.
Indeed, for Perez, the remainder of the season will be crucial. Red Bull will be counting on him not just to claw back into a competitive position but also to play a pivotal role in supporting Verstappen and the team's aspirations in the Constructors' Championship.
And then we have George Russell, whose season also tells a tale of ups and downs. After being disqualified in Belgium, he's now sitting in 8th place with 116 points. Yet, his performances have been improving, which could see him climb the standings.
That's the unpredictable nature of the sport, isn't it? Each race weekend can completely alter the championship landscape. With 10 races to go, the pressure is mounting, and it could be anyone's game at this point.
Exactly, the second half of the season is looking to be as thrilling as ever. It will be interesting to see how these strategic battles and individual performances play out on the racetrack. Turning our attention to George Russell, he's definitely eager to put the disappointment of his disqualification in Belgium behind him. The resilience he's shown suggests we can expect some strong performances from him in the races to come.
Indeed, and speaking of resilience, Fernando Alonso might be facing long odds, but he's not someone to be underestimated. Although he's currently 9th and a long shot for the title, his goal for the second half of the season is to push Aston Martin up the standings. His best finish this year is 5th place in Saudi Arabia, but there's always a chance for improvement as the season progresses.
That's the spirit of Formula One, isn't it? Always expecting the unexpected. Now, looking at the constructors' battle, McLaren has really stepped up. They've overtaken Ferrari and are now just 42 points behind Red Bull. With Norris and Piastri performing so consistently, it's possible we might see a shift at the top if this momentum continues.
Absolutely, that's a testament to the entire team's efforts. It's fascinating to see how quickly things can turn around in this sport. With such tight competitions, every race weekend can significantly alter the championship landscape.
As for Ferrari, currently 3rd and 63 points adrift of Red Bull, they've experienced some setbacks. However, they're a team with a rich history of making strong comebacks. There's a good chance they could regain their earlier form and close the gap in the standings.
Indeed, the upcoming races are brimming with potential for shifts in team dynamics and individual performances. It will be compelling to see how strategies unfold and which drivers manage to excel under pressure.
As we keep an eye on these developments, it's clear that the latter half of the season holds a lot of promise. Not only for the top teams, but for everyone on the grid. Every team has something to gain, and as fans, we have plenty of thrilling racing to look forward to. In the world of Formula One, the dynamics are constantly shifting, and currently, Mercedes has shown notable improvement. They've managed to clinch victories in 3 of the last 4 races, which is quite impressive. That said, they are still 142 points behind Red Bull in the constructors' standings. This gap is significant, but the recent surge in performance might just be the catalyst they need to challenge the leaders more vigorously.
It's an uphill battle for them, but the spirit within the team seems rejuvenated. The way Hamilton drove at Spa was described as masterful, and it's the kind of driving that could really make a difference as they look to close the gap.
Looking at Aston Martin, the scenario is a bit more sobering. They are currently 5th in the constructors' standings, 193 points shy of Mercedes and a staggering 335 behind the leading Red Bull. Despite these daunting figures, team principal Mike Crack is optimistic about the second half of the season, focusing not just on immediate results but also on long-term planning for 2025.
That's a sensible approach. In a sport as competitive as Formula One, long-term strategy is just as crucial as short-term gains. It's about building a foundation that will sustain the team through various seasons, not just reacting to one disappointing half.
Absolutely. On that note, I can't help but reflect on the incredible world of Formula One. Such emotion, such competitiveness, such adrenaline. It's quite something, isn't it? What do you reckon, my lovely audience? Are you enjoying the content? Don't forget to hit the like button, alright? I'm absolutely loving these updates, and I hope you are too. Thanks ever so much for tuning in. Let's carry on, there's still so much to discuss and anticipate in the races ahead. As we edge closer to the end of today's discussion, let's touch upon a rather heartwarming piece of news from the paddock. Verstappen has recently spoken about his team, Red Bull, calling them his second family. It's these bonds that often don't get as much spotlight but are crucial to the spirit of the sport.
That's a wonderful insight. It really highlights how Formula One isn't just about the cars and the races. It's equally about the people, the relationships they forge and how they support each other through various challenges. It's these elements that make the sport so relatable and captivating beyond just the technicalities.
Absolutely, and speaking of standout moments, Verstappen has had quite a few with Red Bull. This kind of loyalty and camaraderie within a team can significantly boost a driver's performance and morale, which is essential given the pressures of the sport.
Indeed, and it's these aspects of Formula One that sometimes provide the most memorable moments. Seeing a team come together, celebrating their victories, or supporting each other in tough times really brings the human element to the forefront.
It certainly does. And as we continue to delve into the competitive, technical, and human facets of Formula One, it becomes clear why this sport captures the hearts of so many around the globe. William, what's the word on the street, internet-wise? Anything interesting popping up on the social media front?
Right, listen to this. A user named DaxoDancer queried, quote, "What are the best F1 podcasts?" I've listened to quite a few, and the WTF1 podcast, hosted by Hayden Gulleys and James Coker, is definitely my favorite so far. Just a great mix of information, analysis, and humor. Some of the other ones I've heard are a bit too stuffy. But I'm curious what everyone else is listening to out there, and if there's another good one I should try, unquote.
Oh, that's a topic that's close to home. Any interesting responses?
Indeed, there are some. Hypoallergenic Raptor mentioned, quote, "F1, Beyond the Grid is decent," unquote. Then, a user named Pastor Fazul added, quote, "This one is good for learning F1 history and getting to know the people of F1. Tom Clarkson is a solid interviewer and can get his guests to open up," unquote.
Beyond the Grid does have a good rep for those intimate interviews.
Absolutely, and there's more. A user called Hal Douglas said, quote, "Yep, it's great. I really feel like it gives a far better insight into F1 than some armchair pundits espousing whatever nutty opinion they have this week. Of the others, I like F1 Nation because it brings in commentators from other countries and some good insight from Damon Hill and Pedro de la Rosa," unquote.
Seems like there's quite a variety out there for every taste. Anything on the more investigative side?
Yes, a user named Actual Sympathy remarked, quote, "Swear on me Nan's grave, the only podcast that does some proper investigative journalism is The Nerve," unquote. Blimey, the language here's a bit ripe. If I read that out, we might lose our sponsors.
Haha, well, it's good to see such passion about F1 podcasts. It sounds like there's something for everyone, from the casual fan to the hardcore enthusiast. Thanks for tuning into F1 Motor Fever podcast today. We've had quite a journey, discussing Verstappen's heartfelt comments about his team, and diving into the vibrant world of Formula One podcasts as recommended by fans. We hope you've enjoyed the ride as much as we have. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our episodes. We truly appreciate your support, and it means the world to us when you share our content with your friends and family, or even discuss it over dinner or drinks.
And remember, we're not just here for the race days. Whether it's a deep dive into the tech of the cars or a light-hearted look at what the fans are saying, there's always something brewing on the horizon here at F1 Motor Fever Podcast. Make sure to keep those notifications on. You wouldn't want to miss out on any of the action, would you?
Absolutely, and we're always keen to hear what you think. So, if something sparked your interest today, or you have a topic you're itching for us to cover, drop a comment below. Engage with us, it fuels our passion and drives us to bring even more to the table.
Looking forward to having all of you back for the next episode. It's your enthusiasm and insights that make this all worthwhile. So, keep those comments coming and let's keep the conversations rolling.
Until next time, pedal to the metal, keep your gaze on the road, our channel's content is pure gold.